Hey there, this is Tracy Cotton at Morrow Insurance Agency in Marion, North Carolina. And today is my insurance question of the day for small biz and farm biz owners out there, folks who might be interested in questions about insurance that has to do with small businesses and actually businesses of any size, as well as farm businesses. So I just wanted to jump on here today. I'm running a little bit late. I usually, hey there, Mike, how are you doing? I usually jump on a little bit earlier in the afternoon, but I got a late start, and I didn't want to miss a day though, because Monday through Friday I try to always put on a question of the day. Thanks so much for joining us. And so I try to have a question of the day Monday through Friday, and so that's what I'm here for. I really do welcome those of you coming in, and I hope that some of you who aren't able to join right now will catch this on the replay. I've been appreciating some of you who have mentioned that you saw the actual replay. Hey, how are you? Thanks for joining us. And so I really do appreciate those who are going back and actually watching them on the replay. Just so you know, these are being recorded and they will be posted on the Morrow Insurance Agency channel of YouTube, so that down the road, if someone has a question on insurance, they can just actually go out and look at our YouTube channel. And so we're hoping to kind of perpetuate that into the future beyond just these daily Periscopes. But I really appreciate the interaction that I've had with some folks on the Periscopes lately. People asking additional questions, commenting about their own experiences in insurance and so forth. It's been very helpful, and that's the whole reason why we're using Periscope as, you know, where we're actually coming on and doing the meetings here with me. So I really do appreciate that. If you have an insurance question, generic if possible, obviously if it's something specific, I'll probably send you right back to your insurance agent, but go ahead and hit me up on email. It's insurancewisetracy@gmail.com. And you can just send me what it is, and if you don't mind me sharing it, I will hopefully get a chance to also include some of those questions as questions of the day in the future. But today is, what is a ghost policy? That's what the little ghosty thing is on my title today. And a ghost policy actually has nothing to do with the supernatural. It's a nickname. It's something that we started calling these policies a long, long time ago just because it just kind of fit. Hey, thanks so much for joining. And so the ghost policy was actually something we just nicknamed a specific type of work comp policy. Hey, thanks for joining. And this very specific type of work comp policy was called a ghost policy because it really didn't cover anybody. And I know that sounds kind of odd, but what the situation can be is that a lot of people who are in business for themselves, maybe you happen to install tile, or you do woodworking, or some other type of business where you just work for yourself. I mean, you're just the only employee right now and you do all the work. But maybe you're being asked to provide proof of workers' comp insurance. Hey, Reagan, thanks so much for joining. So maybe you're being asked to provide proof of workers' comp insurance in order to get a contract. And we've talked a little bit about contracts before, and we'll talk about them again because it's a big deal in insurance. I mean, really it is to have to provide proof of insurance to somebody that you want to do business for. So this work comp for just you, a lot of times people don't want to cover themselves. They've got their own medical insurance for that. Oh, thanks so much, Diana. I really do appreciate you joining us. And so they go ahead and they go out there and try to figure out, how do I get a policy that doesn't cover me because I don't really want to be covered because I have my own medical insurance, but that shows that I've got work comp insurance in case I end up hiring anybody. And that's really what it's for. So there's no ghosts involved, even though it's called a ghost policy, but it's really just saying that I have a work comp policy that doesn't cover me because I don't really want to be covered because I'm a sole proprietor and I'm not required by law in most states to actually have work comp, not being required to carry it. I'm only being required to provide proof of having insurance because I am going to be doing a job for somebody who wants to make sure that if somebody ends up getting hurt, that there's coverage for that. that they're not going to be on the hook for the work comp. And it gets more complicated than that, especially with contractors and subcontractors. And I don't really want to delve into all of that today. I just wanted to kind of give you all an overview because ghost policy is kind of a funny little term. And you may hear it sometimes talked about when you're talking about insurance. Just know that in order to get a workman's comp policy, work compensation policy, that there's probably going to be a minimum premium, even though nobody's covered. And that's unfortunate, but that's just the way that it works, because basically it is a policy that gives you, if any, coverage. So that if someone ended up working a few hours for you here or there, which is possible, especially if you had a really big job. Hello from France. I don't know any French where I would say hello. Well, bonjour. That's the only thing I know. Thanks so much. And hey, how are you? And thanks so much for the hearts, Reagan. I really do appreciate it. So again, the ghost policy doesn't have anything to do with ghosts. It has to do with work comp. And I'll talk more about work comp in some of the coming questions of the day, but this is just kind of a brief one, just to kind of give you a little overview about what it means when you have to cover yourself and you actually aren't really getting any coverage at all. It really is just to give the peace of mind to the person who is contracting for you to work for them. And that could be as a consultant. It could be, obviously, it could be somebody who is contracting to do a specific type of job. Very often in the construction industry, you'll see those. So again, these little broadcasts are all going to be put up on YouTube. So they're there if you want to refer somebody out there and let them see it. I appreciate the fact that y'all shared this this particular broadcast on your social networks, because I hope that it's of value. And again, I'd love your feedback. InsuranceWiseTracy@gmail.com is how you can reach me, or you can check out my blog. Hey there, thanks so much for joining. I'm just getting ready to finish up, but I did want to give a shout out to all of you for checking in with me today. I really do appreciate it. Thanks so much, Reagan. I hope that it's good advice for somebody, for the small businesses out there who are really kind of searching and trying to figure out what they need to have in order to get more work. And go ahead and check with your local insurance agent to find out how much one of those policies would cost. You just might not want to call it a ghost policy to them because maybe they've never heard of it, but at least you'll know what it means. I do appreciate it. Look forward to talking to you again tomorrow. Y'all take care.